Okay, so it's 9:45. What we just did was we counted all the rows in this table. It's 67,600, so there should be another 6,000 or so rows in there. So if we count the rows, hmm, that did not change at all. Let's look at the properties here. Steps. Let's edit the schedule. Let's see what it looks like. Well, it's for 9:45 a.m. Should occur daily. Hmm. Now I'm curious why it did not run. So let's take a look at that package we created earlier. Project. Deploy. Okay. Okay. So let's go back into SQL Server and let's just see if this job. So this is a server job. Let's go ahead and just try to run it real fast. I'm gonna start the job without waiting for the schedule just to see if it works. It'll probably fail. It did. So let's go into the actual package. So this is a package. Let's run it now. Let's just execute it and see what happens. Does it even work? If it works, I don't want the report right now. I just want the count. Okay, so the package works. So what that means is we've got a problem with our agent job, our proxy. So I'm going to go back up here to credentials. I think this is where my problem is. So let's look at the properties of this. Changing the password to the password that I used to log in to this computer with. Let's say okay. So without changing anything else, let's go and see if we can go to this job now and execute it. So okay, there we go. So if you look over here, we have 74,000 rows. We want around 80,000. Okay. All right. So you live and you learn. So as it turns out, the credential that I was using was the same one that I used to actually log into the computer with. So let's take a look at that guy again, just so there's no confusion. So this is my computer name, and that's how I log in. I'm Andrew. That's my login. So the password that I use is the one that I use to actually log into this computer. Um, so that's what we pass that credential to a proxy. Uh, the proxy is going to be down here for SSIS package execution, and then that is what SQL Server agent uses to gain access to this whole system to be able to run this package. So that was challenging for me. I know the first time that I did it, and even now, still sometimes, it's easy to forget a step. Uh, let's take a look one more time at the proxy that I have here. Just so well, this is cred1, but anyways, it doesn't really matter. We have a credential name that we had to select. Um, so I selected this cred1 from a list of credentials that we have. I selected a subsystem that's going to be using it. So this one is for SQL Server Integration Services packages. Um, and then we had to assign it principals. So uh, if you don't assign principals, then it won't be able to run the job. So hopefully that is a good start for right now. And I'm going to stop sharing this. And I guess the next section we're going to look at will be uh, things like change data capture, change tracking. So how do we keep track of new data versus old data? So we have a job now that is that's going to automatically bring data into the system. Um, one other thing to consider too would be my Python package. That was running at 10 o'clock every night. We wanted to actually set this schedule up uh, for midnight, I believe. So let's go back into the properties of this real fast, and let's take a look at the schedule and let's edit that because we can actually start making this more of a an ongoing project at this point. So I'm going to say once at 11:59 p.m. This is recurring daily, recurs every one day at 11:59 p.m. I don't have an end date, so that'll give us about 2 hours after the Python job starts. That should be plenty of time. Um, okay, let's see if we can run this job real fast, just to make sure it works. We're at 81,000 rows. Okay, so it's in progress. It's looking good. Okay, it looks good. Let's check that. So 88,000 rows. So we've got a lot of data in there that we don't really need right now. So um, I'm going to go ahead and truncate this table. So if we do a count star, we should have 0 rows. All right, cool. So we're gonna start over fresh with this job. It's going to start loading now. Uh, so yeah, that is it for right now.